Welcome to the deep dive. We take your sources, figure out what matters, and lay it all out for you. Today, we're looking at something, well, potentially game-changing. What if the key to better health isn't just genes or symptoms? What if it's, really understanding your personality?
Mhm.
We're diving into how this idea could reshape wellness.
It's a really fascinating angle, isn't it? Based on the sources, we're talking about H-MBTI. It's this pretty groundbreaking platform. It essentially merges AI, artificial intelligence, with, well, deep psychological insights. The goal, hyper-personalized health strategies.
Hyper-personalized, so not just general advice.
Exactly. It's moving miles beyond that old one-size-fits-all approach. It's proactive, not just reactive.
Okay, so this system, HMBTI,
Yeah.
it pulls together everything, like your behaviors, health data, genetic info, lifestyle,
Yeah.
even where you live.
That's the idea. It builds what they call a digital twin.
A digital twin.
Yeah, think of it as a dynamic virtual copy of you focused specifically on your health. It learns, it adapts, and it guides your health management in a really customized way.
Wow, that sounds incredibly powerful.
It is. And the sources you provided really highlight the pioneers here, the NGENI Foundation, that's Next Generation Intelligence.
NGENI.
And specifically the work of Michelle Lee and Isaac Kise. They seem to be really driving this, pushing precision medicine forward by focusing on essentially your behavioral blueprint.
It definitely feels like healthcare is at a turning point. We've mostly been reactive, right? Treating problems after they show up, often the same way for everyone. What did the sources say are the big drivers pushing us away from that, towards something more proactive and personal?
Well, the research points clearly to a few key things converging. You've got AI, obviously. Then there's just the sheer amount of data we have now, big data, and of course, a much deeper understanding of human biology. But the really interesting piece, the one often missed that your sources emphasize, is personality. Its huge influence on our daily health choices.
Right. That's where it gets super interesting for me. We hear so much about genomics, and sure, genes map out biological risks. That's crucial. But the sources really hammer home that our behaviors, what we actually do every day, eating, moving, handling stress, those are the primary drivers of where our health goes.
Exactly. And those behaviors are tangled up with our personality type.
Which brings up that classic problem, doesn't it? The knowing-doing gap. We often know what we should do.
But actually doing it consistently, that's the hard part.
Yeah. So HMBTI, according to the materials, positions itself as the solution here. It creates this behavioral digital twin you mentioned.
Precisely. It's designed specifically to bridge that gap. It uses your personality profile, adaptive learning, tracks outcomes. It integrates it all into your health plan.
So it's trying to make the right health choices feel, well, natural for you specifically.
That's the core idea. Make it align with who you are.
Okay, so how does it actually do that? It uses the Myers-Briggs type indicator, MBTI, right? Which is pretty well known. But the sources say HMBTI is the first to apply it specifically to healthcare management. How did they adapt it?
That's the clever part. They've reinterpreted the core MBTI dimensions specifically for a health context to understand your natural tendencies when it comes to wellness.
Okay, can you give some examples? Like, how do those MBTI letters translate to health stuff?
Sure. Let's take the first dimension, energy direction, extroversion, E versus introversion, I. An E type, according to the HMBTI model, might really thrive in social health settings. Think group fitness, team challenges, workout buddies. Whereas an I type might naturally prefer solo activities, personal training, maybe meditation, swimming laps alone, things where they can focus inward.
Makes sense. What about information processing? Sensing S versus intuition N.
Right. An S type, the sources suggest, often prefers the concrete, measurable things. So, tracking steps, counting calories, focusing on tangible results. An N type, on the other hand, might lean towards bigger picture concepts, mind-body connection, overall lifestyle harmony, maybe less focused on the specific numbers.
Interesting. So different paths to wellness, both valid.
Exactly. Then decision-making, thinking T versus feeling F. A T-type might prioritize evidence-based choices. They'll research diets, look at the data behind exercise routines, value logic. And an F-type might make choices based more on values, emotional well-being, or how it impacts their family. Personal meaning is key.
Okay, and the last one, lifestyle approach judging J versus perceiving P.
A J-type often loves structure. Scheduled workouts, meal plans laid out for the week, consistency is their comfort zone. A P-type, much more about flexibility and adaptation. They might prefer varied activities, spontaneous exercise, adjusting plans as they go.
And the system combines these to create, what, 16 profiles?
Yeah, the sources mention 16 distinct H-MBTI health personas. Each gets a unique name, even an animal symbol apparently, to make it more memorable and engaging. It helps tailor those wellness strategies.
That personalization sounds great. And you mentioned the tech behind it is impressive too.
Oh, yeah. One detail from the sources really jumped out at me. The entire application, the whole platform, was apparently developed using AI-assisted code generation.
Wait, the whole thing? No manual coding?
That's what the material indicates. It's a pretty stunning example of how AI is changing software development itself, making advanced tech like this more accessible to build.
That is wild. So, okay, setting aside the AI building the tool, how does the AI within the tool work? How does it go from my survey answers to personalized advice?
It's basically the three-stage AI process as outlined in the sources. Stage 1, MBTI type calculation. It takes your answers from their health-focused survey and uses a weighted algorithm to figure out your four-letter H-MBTI type. That's your behavioral base.
Okay, step one, find my type.
Step 2, health metric computation. Here, it calculates key health numbers using standard formulas. Things like your BMI, your basal metabolic rate, or BMR.
How many calories you burn at rest?
Right, and TDE, total daily energy expenditure, so calories burned through activity. Plus, they have a proprietary health age metric.
Health age, so not just my birthday age.
Apparently not. It factors in lifestyle elements to give a potentially different age, reflecting your overall health status.
Interesting. And stage 3.
Stage 3 is the AI-powered advice generation. This is where it pulls everything together. The system creates a detailed prompt for a large language model, specifically OpenAI's GPT-4o is mentioned. This prompt includes your HMBTI type and all those health metrics.
Ah, so it feeds your unique profile to the AI.
Exactly. And GPT-4o then generates comprehensive, personalized recommendations. Advice that's not just medically sound, but also psychologically tuned to you. That's the core of their precision health and wellness platform focus.
Okay, theory is one thing. Let's make it real. The sources included a case study, right? Min Lee.
Yes, Min Lee, a 59-year-old female user. The system typed her as an ISTJ. They call that persona the steady warrior.
ISTJ, steady warrior. Got it. What was her health situation?
Her profile showed a BMI of 25.4, so just slightly into the overweight category, and minimal exercise habits. Pretty common scenario.
Definitely. So generic advice would be beat less, move more. How did HMBTI tailor it for an ISTJ?
Right. Instead of just eat healthy, the AI suggested a systematic diet.
Systematic. Okay, what does that mean?
It focused on the how: meal planning, consistent meal timing, choosing evidence-based foods like lean proteins, complex carbs, things that appeal to an ISTJ's preference for logic, structure, and reliability.
That makes sense. It fits the profile. What about exercise, not just exercise more?
No, it was structured exercise, so a specific weekly schedule balancing cardio and strength training. Clear, measurable goals like tracking heart rate or weights lifted. Again, playing to the ISTJ need for routine and predictability.
Okay, diet, exercise. What about stress?
Yeah.
Generic advice is useless there.
Agreed. Instead of reduce stress, the AI recommended methodical stress management.
Methodical. Like what?
Things like scheduling specific stress-reducing activities, maybe regular nature walks. Also, organizing tasks to feel more in control, engaging in structured hobbies. It's all about actionable, orderly approaches.
That level of specificity is impressive. But what if Min Lee, the ISTJ, has to travel? That throws structure out the window. Does the system just break?
Good question. That's where the adaptive learning part of the digital twin is supposed to come in. The initial advice fits the type, yes, but the system is designed to learn. If she logs travel or notes difficulty sticking to the plan, it should adjust. Maybe suggest finding gyms with reliable hours or pre-planning simple bodyweight routines she can do anywhere. Still structured, but flexible.
Ah, so it adapts. It's not totally rigid.
That's the goal. By addressing those core psychological needs, the need for structure, in her case, the sources argue it dramatically boosts adherence and effectiveness. It's a step towards real precision health.
So, zooming out again. This HMBTI platform isn't just stopping at behavior, is it? The sources talk about it becoming a more comprehensive digital twin.
Exactly. The vision is much bigger, integrating lots of different data streams for a truly holistic picture of health.
Like what else?
Well, future integrations mentioned include genomics data. Things like polygenic risk scores looking at multiple genes together for biological precision. Also wearable device data. Real-time biometrics from your smartwatch or fitness tracker. That allows for dynamic, immediate adjustments to your plan.
Okay, genetics, wearables. What else?
Laboratory and clinical data. So actual blood test results, biomarkers. That gives objective clinical measures for more accurate risk assessment. And even environmental data. Factors like air quality where you live, climate, geography. The advice needs context, right?
Wow, that's a lot of data. A truly complete picture.
That's the aim. And this idea of digital twins is becoming a really big deal in healthcare generally. The sources suggest it could revolutionize clinical trials, treatment planning, all sorts of personalized care. This kind of holistic model enables getting ahead of problems, preemptive care, true longevity planning.
So what's the impact HMBTI is having or aims to have right now?
The sources point to a few key areas. One is clinical enhancement, giving doctors deeper insights into patient behavior to improve how they communicate and plan treatments. It's about understanding the person, not just the illness.
Better doctor-patient connection.
Hopefully. Then there's population health management. Because it's digital, it's scalable. It could offer personalized guidance to huge numbers of people cost-effectively. They even mention multilingual support, potentially reducing health disparities.
And for the individual.
Individual empowerment, giving you the personalized tools and strategies to actually take charge of your health, shifting the focus from just treating sickness to proactively building wellness.
Okay, but with all this AI, all this deeply personal data, the ethical questions are huge. How does NGENI address that? The sources must have covered this.
They definitely did. It's a critical point, and the foundation seems committed to responsible AI. They talk about privacy and data security, end-to-end encryption, secure storage, strict access controls, transparent policies, standard but essential stuff.
Right. What about bias? MBTI has Western origins.
They acknowledge that. The sources mention ongoing efforts for cross-cultural validation and regular audits to check for algorithmic bias, trying to make it fair, and crucially, transparency and consent. They're clear HMBTI is a wellness guidance tool, not a substitute for a doctor, and they seem to have clear policies on how your data is used.
So being upfront about what it is and isn't.
Yes, accountability seems key.
All right. So wrapping up, this HMBTI system, driven by Isaac Kisley, Michelle Kierley, and the NGENI Foundation, really does sound like a significant step in digital health. It's merging psychology, behavior, with powerful AI, aiming for health interventions that are not just, more effective, but maybe more human-centered too.
I think that's a fair summary. By tackling that core challenge of adherence, getting people to do what helps them based on who they are, it makes precision medicine feel less like a futuristic concept and more like a practical tool for potentially everyone. It's quite remarkable, really.
So a final thought for you, our listener, based on these sources. As you think about your own health journey, consider this. Could understanding your unique personality combined with the smarts of AI be the real key? The key to unlocking a truly proactive, personalized path to well-being, maybe moving us beyond just fighting illness towards a future of sustained vitality. Something to think about.